In the final episode of this three-part series, we'll be installing the aluminum Lanai frame, screening the walls, roof, and doors, and installing the hot tub and outdoor kitchen. Prior to putting up the walls, we had to set the hot tub in place. After doing some research, we decided on a hot spring spa. This particular model is called a Beam and can run on 110 or 220. It currently is just plugged in to a dedicated outlet for 110, but the jets and the heater will not work at the same time unless it's on 220. That's going to be addressed next week. There's an 18-wheeler out front, and the outdoor kitchen has arrived. They use an off-road forklift to move the two pieces that form an L-shaped island. Each of these pieces weighs about 1,000 pounds. The grill products that are going to be installed are made by Bull. They have a lifetime warranty, and through our research seem to be about the best on the market. Once everything is set in place, there's comfortable seating for four and a place to put an umbrella. The island has a side burner, which will be perfect for steaming crabs or sautéing shrimp or bacon-wrapped scallops, a 3-burner grill with a searing area and a rotisserie, 2 storage drawers that pull out and a place to keep the propane bottle, an outdoor-rated lockable refrigerator, and a really expensive trash can. Now that those items have been set, it's time to start laying out the metal. Jeff has already made all of the precise cuts and started to pre-drill everything to make it easier to put together when they're up in the air. The roof sections are assembled on the ground, and then they will be lifted up into place and set on top of the support beams. Since every project is different and has different lengths and widths, engineering must be completed for each project, and then the pieces cut to fit the drawing. Here you see Josh and Matt staging one of the roof sections to be lifted into place later. The cage is put together with hundreds of screws, which all have a nylon cap on top of them. Here you can see Josh getting ready to put in the spline that holds the screen into place. These are the 2x6 beams that will be assembled on the job site and form the walls that hold the roof up. They get to work attaching the cage to the house. If you look behind the bar, my neighbor has come back to check on things. One by one, the wall sections with the chair rail installed are put together and then set into place, followed by the roof sections. After everything is finally screwed into place, the last wall section goes up. Once the wall section is fastened into place, the adjoining section is removed to allow access to install the next roof panel. This process repeats itself until everything is done. This is what the installed roof sections look like from the inside. As you can see, everything is perfectly aligned, plumb, square, and level. It's also set back 2 inches from the edge of the concrete slab. The framework of the cage is secured to the house at multiple attachment points. The 2x6 uprights are attached to the bottom rails, which are in turn fastened into the concrete with Tapcon screws. All of these attachment points will give the cage a wind speed rating of 150 miles an hour. Each one of the concrete screws also gets a decorative cap that matches the cage. Now it's time to start screening the walls. This is a time-consuming process because each individual panel is screened rather than one continuous piece of screen. It also makes it easier to repair or replace it in the future. This is a look at the screen door area and the side light where it attaches to the house. When they're done, they'll also put in a small pass-through for the garden hose. Our particular project has 2 screen doors, which are fabricated on site to make sure that everything fits perfectly. The latch and closer will be added later. Here you can see Josh installing the end caps that go over top of the roof supports. Once they're installed, he'll bend them up and secure them on both sides, giving several more attachment points for the cage to the house. Now it's time to finish the last of the screening. And now the finished product. As you can see, we have really expanded our outdoor living space with places to sit, a hammock, the fire pit, an outside dining room table, a kitchen island, and the hot tub. We transformed what was once a marginal outdoor living space and useless backyard into a huge addition to the rear of our house that can be opened year-round. Now that we have all of this nice new stuff, it's time to enjoy it.